The last decade showed an increase in the popularity of fuel-efficient vehicles through downsizing, hybridizing, and electrifying. Until last year, Hyundai didn't get entirely into this market, with just one hybrid car in the lineup, the Sonata Hybrid. This is the Hyundai Ioniq, Hyundai's answer to the hybrid Toyota Prius, and seeking to be better in every possible aspect. Can the Hyundai Ioniq be the most popular hybrid car and beat its competition? What is up, you guys? Master Car Zero here, and today we have the 2018 Hyundai Ioniq. I'd like to start my review by giving a big thanks and shout out to Hyundai Lebanon for providing us with the Ioniq today. Now, our tester is finished in this appealing polar white exterior color and features a black leather interior. Now, to unlock the Ioniq, all you have to do is have the key fob in your hand or in your pocket, and you just press this button right here and it's gonna unlock the car, and it does the same when locking it. As you guys know, there are 3 trim levels for the Ioniq, with limited being the top of the lineup. For Lebanon, there are only 2 trim levels by the name of Luxury and Luxury Plus, and starting at $28,000. Today's tester is the Luxury Plus, priced at $31,000. So sitting down, the 2018 Hyundai Ioniq. Now, to start things off with the interior, it looks modern and very nicely laid out. I really like the way the center of the dashboard looks, especially with these blue accents. That's referring to the exterior of the car. We also have blue accents on the front and the rear and the sides too. As mentioned, this car is optioned with the Luxury Plus trim in Lebanon, which has all the options you might want in this car, such as leather seats, a sunroof, and even wireless phone charging. Now, starting off with the leather seats, they're 6-way power adjustable, which feel very snug and comfortable. Really like the way they look. And you've also got these blue stitchings, also adding to the blue environment of the car. The front seats are heated and ventilated, and the rear seats are only heated. And then you have soft touch materials right here on the dashboard. But then again, you have these hard plastic right down here, especially on the doors and the center console down below. And hence, Hyundai couldn't have expressed the interior more justly. It is elegantly simple. So starting off with the steering wheel, it's a 3-spoke multifunction leather wrap steering wheel. You have these very nice looking aluminum accents right here with the blue right here on the bottom. It's a D-cut steering wheel, so you have this flat bottom, which makes it look really sporty, and I like the way it looks. You have a nice 10 and 2 notches, and 9-through grip is pretty impressive. It's all leather right here, so you don't have the plastic interfering with the leather, so it makes for a good thumb rest. And then again, you have the controls for the cruise control, for example, and to control this screen right here. And on this car, we've got the heated steering wheel, which you engage from this button right here, and it heats up your steering wheel. Now, coming on to the instrument cluster, we have the Supervision cluster, a 7-inch TFT LCD screen. We've got the digital display right here and right here. It's a 4.2 inch. And the cluster offers a wide range of useful information and is designed for intuitive understanding and confident driving. And on this panel, it shows the driving behavior right here on the left, and then their battery charge on the right. It's also very upmarket as I see it. Now, to start the car up, all you have to do is have the key fob within the interior, put your foot on the brake, and hit the button to go. And as you see, no noise, just this very nice chime, and the car is on right now. As you saw, there's actually no tachometer in Eco mode, but when you engage Sport mode, the display changes directly to a sportier, more involving design. What surprised me is that when I was going downhill in EV mode and switched to Sport mode, the rev meter actually showed 0 RPMs, meaning the engine is off. Now guys, notice how the engine turns on and off when blipping the throttle. Under the hood is a hybrid system, a 1.6 liter inline 4 engine which kicks out 104 horsepower and 150 Nm of torque. Adding to that, we have an electric motor which kicks out 43 horsepower to a total output of 147 horsepower and over 300 Nm of torque. Now of course, we've got the lithium-ion polymer battery other rear, which is a 1.56 kWh battery, and also we've got a 6-speed dual clutch transmission. And our demonstrator is going to explain how the hybrid system works and when the engine turns on and off. Thank you. Well, at low speeds we have only electric mode, and then when just tipping it a bit, when accelerating or going uphill, the engine starts, the pure engine starts with the electric motor. And then at steady driving, if you're going at a steady speed, the electric motor shuts off and you're only working with the 4-cylinder engine. And it's downhill that the engine starts recharging the battery through regenerative braking or with the engine itself. And then when you're in a stop, of course, both engines are off. The hybrid system's main purpose is to save fuel, and the Ioniq does that best. With an average fuel economy of 55 miles to the gallon, weeks may pass without having to refuel your Ioniq. It is such a good system that when you're sitting in traffic or cruising at low speeds, you use zero fuel and consequently zero CO2 emissions. The Ioniq with 17-inch alloy wheels emits 91 grams per kilometer of CO2 when running. If you want to know how much of a saver the Ioniq really is, the fuel meter stayed at the same level even after driving the whole day. To sum up things, the Ioniq recharges itself as follows. Other than engine charging, we've got regenerative braking. To put it in simpler terms, the kinetic energy created by the brakes is converted to electric energy used to recharge the battery. And the harder you brake, the more charge you're inducing. Now Hyundai Lebanon offers a battery warranty of 7 years or 150,000 kilometers, which is much more than anyone might ever need. Now because performance figures differ if you got the 15-inch alloy wheels or the 17-inch, here are some of the stats if you guys are interested in comparing both of the cars. And then behind the steering wheel, you have these wiper controls right here and your headlight controls. And on the left, you have the blind spot detection. As you can see, it's right here on the mirrors, if you can see that. Then you can adjust the brightness of the instrument cluster. Traction control button is positioned right here. Now coming on center of the dashboard right here, you've got this 5-inch touchscreen. It is a bit small of a screen, but it's very fast and I like the way it's configured. And you have these buttons right here to scroll between your radio, media, settings, phone, all of that. And actually it looks a bit similar to the 3008 buttons that we saw. You can check the review by pressing this button right here. But then again, scrolling into that, the setup is where you can do a lot of stuff. So you can change display, you can do the sound with the tone and all this kind of stuff. Date and time, Bluetooth, you can configure your phone right here. The system settings, the screensaver. So when turning off the display, you can have a digital analog clock or even none. But you can turn off from here. It looks really good with the date and time. And you can also turn off the screen via this button. Turns it off. And by the way, I have to say the knobs have a good feel to it. They're very upmarket. I like the way they look. With also the piano finish that you've got here and down in the climate control. Now, as you guys know, I'm not a big fan of piano because it gets the dust. It shows the dust really good, and we don't want that. And you have the fingertips and all. But it's really upmarket in this car. I really like that they've used this material. Unlike other manufacturers who use just basic plastic. But then coming on, you have a dual zone climate control with the hazards right here, as you can see. You can have the turn on the climate control for the driver only. You can increase the speed of the fan using these buttons right here. And then also, like the toggles are right up, you can turn it off. You have the defrost and all of that, AC of course. And then you can synchronize to have it both on the driver and passenger side. Let me turn that off. But yeah, these really nice looking knobs, very premium feel. And coming down there, you have a 12-volt socket right here and a cigarette lighter. You have a USB port and auxiliary port. And as you can see right here, you can charge your phone if you have a compatible phone for wireless charging. Beside the gear knob, which feels very upmarket with the use of leather, brushed aluminum and piano black at the bottom, there's the controls for the heated and ventilated seats, along with heated steering wheel and parking sensors. Now, as you guys know, our car comes standard with a rear view camera. Now behind that, we've got two cup holders which fit a small bottle of water nicely. Now you have a small cubby space, which I really like if you want to put a tablet. It's made for tablets or small books. Then coming on to center console, it's a bit hard. I mean, it's not a very plush to put your elbow on, but it has a decent size. As you can see, this takes a lot of the space right here. But you can charge your phone, USB charging, which is really cool to have. But yeah, we'll see if it fits a bottle of water. Well, actually it does. It does actually fit that, so it's quite cool. Then coming on to the glove box right here. It's a big glove box. I mean, we have a lot of papers and the catalog and all these stuff, but it's a big glove box. I really like that about the car. And then coming on to the door bins, which I think are the most important if you want to put a lot of stuff. So you can fit a small bottle of water right here with some books and some stuff right here. But I've got the big 2-liter bottle and it actually doesn't fit right here. So you cannot fit big bottles of water in the cabin. But you've also got the storage space for some keys right here, which is really cool. So sitting down in the back seat of the Hyundai Ioniq. Now I have plenty of legroom. I'm 6 feet tall, 183 centimeters if you want to be exact. So I have plenty of legroom, and headroom is quite impressive. But if I'm staying straight up, I don't have much headroom. My head is touching the ceiling. So for tall guys it might be a bit uncomfortable, even though you have this cut in the ceiling. So yes, it's a bit uncomfortable. And then coming on to the middle right here, you have this armrest with two cup holders right here, and it's all very nicely leather wrapped. You don't have the pass to the boot, but you've got the seats that fold through right here, for example. Fold the seats. Now if you want to put that up, if you want to sit in the middle for people, for 3 seats, it is comfortable because you don't have a big hump. So yes, everybody has a place to put their feet. You have this blue accents right here on the air vents, which is quite cool. I mean, I really like the way they integrated that even in the back seat. Now a cool feature to note in the back seat, the heated seats control. And then looking at the interior, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. What do you guys think of the interior of the Hyundai Ioniq? To open up the trunk, there's actually one way, and that is from here. You open it up and you've got 750 liters of boot space. The seats fold in a 60-40 manner and offer much more space when folded. There's also a boot cover to protect your stored objects. And then beneath that you have a spare tire and some storage space. Starting with the front fascia of the Ioniq, it is very similar to its siblings. And if it weren't for the blue accents that you've got down there, you wouldn't know it is a hybrid. And I really like the way you've got also these blue accents in the headlights and these beautiful LED strips right here with the daytime running lights down there. Now a cool feature for, you know, the cooling of the wheels, you have this pass right here which gets the wind going straight to the wheels for increased cooling. And then looking at it, I really like the way the grille is connected to the headlights, especially with this black right here. I really like the way it looks. Now coming on to the side of the Ioniq, you have these performance wheels that Hyundai calls them. The performance wheels, I really prefer that over the 15-inch. And then on the side you have this blue drive emblem right here, fuel efficient. And then coming on to the back, well, both the Toyota Prius and the Hyundai Ioniq have this sloping rear with these big taillights, but I honestly think that the Ioniq looks much cooler. It's a new design. We've been seeing the Prius for a while now, and we haven't seen something new. I really like the way the Ioniq looks, and you've got these black that you got on the grille, the kind of chrome black with the blue accents down there. The hybrid emblem, you can get the Ioniq in plug-in, hybrid or pure electric. we've got the hybrid version. In Lebanon we only get the hybrid Ioniq. And we've got this like spoiler at the end, which I really like. It has a good design to it, and these big LED tail lights. With its purposeful design, the Ioniq is able to achieve impressive aerodynamics. Its drag coefficient is 0.24, which actually beats a lot of modern supercars. The underbody features many deflectors and undercovers to stream air nicely, and the rear spoiler is there for a reason. Now, I personally admire the wheel air curtain directing airflow into the car and outside it. The grille on the Ioniq actually features active air flaps to cool off the engine. Now you ask, is the Ioniq safe for my family and I? Now Hyundai extensively uses aluminum and ultra-high strength steel, as well as many reinforced body connections. But they didn't forget to save weight by replacing the steel hood and tailgate with lightweight aluminum, saving 12 kilograms. Their car is equipped with 7 airbags. So set it off in the 2018 Hyundai Ioniq. So we're basically starting in all-electric mode. The call feels very smooth. With the gear shifts, we have a dual clutch transmission, which is very nice. You don't feel it shifting, honestly. And then I have to talk about the steering weighting. It is very light steering wheel. Now we're gonna go downhill. It's when the car starts charging. But the steering wheel, yes, is very light, especially when maneuvering. So it's really easy to just turn the wheel. It's very light. But when just putting in a sport mode, the steering wheel becomes heavy. You directly feel that. And the car just switches. Now we have the RPM look right here. I was talking about not having revs showing right here, but in sports mode you do see that. And then going around this corner, we have no body roll. It feels very comfortable. Suspension is very comfortable. Like when going on road bumps, the car doesn't go on jumping. It's very comfortable, especially if you have a lot of people in the back. You don't want them go jumping and hitting their head in the ceiling, which is a bit low. But now we're cruising around. You downshift. I don't know if you can hear that, this engine. We upshift. Other than that, it's very smooth. I really like when going in electric mode, it writes EV, that you're going in electric mode. But then when you're accelerating or you're going on just straight steady speed, you start feeling that the engine is running, and it's a bit loud. You directly feel that the engine is running. It's not seamless. But what's seamless is that this transition from electric to the engine, it's very seamless. I mean, you do not notice the difference when the engine turns on, except for the sound that it makes. But going downhill, I really like the way this car drives. It's very enjoyable. Now visibility, side visibility is great. You have quite chunky A-pillars right here, but it's at the rear that you see that we have this split visibility, so it isn't one of the best visibilities out there. But then we're cruising in electric mode. It's really nice driving it. So guys, I'm gonna accelerate it now. We put it in D, and then when accelerating a bit, I'm gonna put it in S and see how this car changes. So as you guys saw, you can have some fun with the Hyundai Ioniq when switching it into sports mode. You've got this tiny bit of acceleration that you petrol heads might like, but that's possible because when putting it into sports mode, both engines are activated, the electric motor and the 4-cylinder engine, so that's why you have this tiny bit of acceleration, which everybody enjoys. The Ioniq was born to compete with the ever-growing market of the 21st century. With over 31,000 Ioniqs sold in the first year of production, this fuel-efficient vehicle is offering a wide range of possibilities to attract people through 3 models. With all the options available, safety provided, looks garnished and fuel efficiency guaranteed, the Ioniq is a great package if you want to go green. Personally, I enjoy spending time driving the Hyundai Ioniq because there's something special about driving in all-electric mode and knowing you're actually not paying a single penny while doing so. So guys, that's it for today. If you've enjoyed it, make sure to like and subscribe. And guys, I have to thank each and every one of you. We did it. We reached 1,000 subscribers with the help of you guys. I'm really grateful. I've been waiting for that for about 2 years. So big thank you for each and every one of you. And take care everybody. See you soon.